This is Jason. That's Rick.
And this is the PCS Report.
Hey everybody, welcome to the PCS Report. This is the final show of 2017, Rick.
Wow, what a year!
It's gone. It's
gone quick.
It's certainly a year that I've had some highs and lows, just like everyone else out there, and certainly entertainment business has been a lot of highs and lows this year too.
Yes, and we've covered a little bit of it, but
yeah, I mean, how can you cover everything that's happened, in entertainment this year? But we're trying our best, absolutely. But how was your Christmas, mate?
Good, mate. Fantastic Christmas. Great Christmas with the family, and just getting ready for the new year. And
absolutely.
Getting that off in a couple of days. So yeah, how about yours?
Oh, very good, mate. Very good. I'm in very chilled, relaxed mode. I've been on holidays, so
nice.
Doing a lot of shopping and things like that. So. Like you said, spending time with family, going out to dinners, all that kind of good stuff.
That's it.
So,
all the good stuff this time of the year.
But you're right, Rick. We're leading up to 2018. But before we hit into 2018, I think we've got to start talking about some of the stories in the final week of December of 2017. All right, let's get started, Rick. What have you got for me?
All right, a tribute to the people from film and TV we lost in 2017. I don't want to start on a downer, but as 2017 draws to a close, here at PCS, we would like to take a moment to honour some of the people who sadly passed away this year. So, I guess honourable mentions, a couple that were off the top of the list. Mary Tyler Moore.
Huge loss to the industry.
Us. Mary Tyler Moore passed away on the 25th of January, age of 80. She was a big part of the role in the Dick Van Dyke Show and the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and she continues to live on, and a beloved icon as well as inspiration to generations of women moving forward into film and TV.
Not only was Mary Tyler Moore influential on screen, obviously leading the way forward for women, especially the Mary Tyler Moore Show, she was an amazing producer as well, and produced just a plethora of some of the great television shows from the 80s and 90s.
Amazing.
So she certainly, her legacy will live on for a very long time.
Sadly missed as well. Another great, Bill Paxton. I mean, for me, it will always be Chet. For me, for Bill Paxton, he's done some amazing roles.
It's got to be his character from Aliens.
Oh yeah, but everyone's different. But yeah, I mean, he passed away on February 25th, age of 61.
Yeah, he was young. 61. Yeah,
61. Wow. So yeah, another one in the more Mary Tyler Moore era. It was Don Rickles. I love Don Rickles.
Mr. Potato Head.
Mr. Potato Head for the younger generation. Yeah, he's Mr. Potato Head, but. The great thing about Don Rickles was, he died April 6th at the age of 90, and he was just so quick-witted with his jokes and everything.
The first time I saw Don Rickles actually was when I was a little kid. I was watching the Dean Martin comedy roasts, and he was amazing. And because he wouldn't care, he'd give it to Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, no, he
just didn't care.
Best mates with all those guys.
And he had an amazing run on Vegas. I think he basically worked all the way up till he died.
He did. And there's some footage, like if you look on YouTube, right? He was 88, and he had he was 88 years old, and he had like a special honour in his name, and he's still zinging them out. He was on it, incredible. And he was incredible. So
fantastic,
great to see Don Rickles, and I guess some honourable mentions out there as well. Roger Moore, we lost Roger Moore as well.
Bond,
so
the 70s Bond.
We wouldn't have all these James Bond movies without those guys.
Well, without his input into there, and his he did Live and Let Die. Yeah. Then he did The Man with the Golden Gun. He did why am I forgetting the great one from 77? I'm thinking of Majesty's Secret Service. Let's move on.
Oh, that was
Moonraker, Octopussy, View to a Kill, For Your Eyes Only. Mate, he was certainly... He was one I grew up on. He was the one I grew up on anyway. Who else? I mean, there were many people that died.
Harry Dean Stanton.
I mean, he had just done an amazing film early last year. And I can't remember the name of the film, but it looks like he was going to get awards.
And then, sadly passed away. John Hurt.
Yeah. John Hurt, the Elephant Man.
The Elephant Man, that's it. And then two of your favourites. I know you're a horror genre.
Look, two amazing directors who changed horror forever.
Oh, yeah.
George A. Romero, who is the grandfather of the zombies. The Night of the Living Dead. The classic.
Fantastic movie.
And Dawn of the Dead, the original one. Absolutely love. And then Tobe Hooper, the director of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Which has just been... isn't there a new one being...
Whatever. But his original one certainly changed things quite dramatically. But they're just a sample, I would say.
They're just,
We obviously lost a lot of great people.
We lost a lot, so we just wanted to pay tribute to those guys.
Fantastic, Rick. Well done, mate. Now I'm going to move on to a film that I was lucky enough to see a preview of a few nights ago. I really want to talk about it because it is really a film worth it. And this is I, Tonya. Now, are you aware of what this film is about? Exactly. Yeah. Tonya Harding. It's the ice skater. It's basically... It's a very odd film, but a wonderful film. Where basically it's Margot Robbie playing the titular Tonya Harding, and it goes for her story as a teenager all through to the Olympics, and even after the incident, the famous incident with Nancy Kerrigan. What's wonderful about this film is Margot Robbie's performance and Sebastian Stan, who are the two leads in it, just phenomenal. It's very funny, very serious at the same time. And they break the fourth wall a lot. So she's actually talking to camera and stuff in the middle of a scene, and then the scene will carry on, and it's told really differently, and it's just an unbelievable film. I mean, it's sitting in my top 10 of the best films I've seen all year. So it's not due out here until February 2018, right? Yeah. So I was lucky enough to see a preview, but it is a film that probably a lot of people go to cinema to see, but when you will see it, you go, man, that was a great film. So I wouldn't be surprised, and here's my early prediction. It might be a little bit of Oscar buzz around Margot Robbie for this one. I think she was so perfect, nailed the character so perfectly. And she said in interviews too that when the writer went and interviewed Tonya Harding and the ex-husband, the two main characters of the film, they both told very contradictory stories. Like completely different version of events, and they adapt that into the film. Yep. So, which is just a really interesting way to make it.
So they both skate?
No. He's the guy who falls in love with her. And he's kind of like the manager. And she's the main skater.
Yeah, she's the main skater. So she must.
So Margot Robbie did. I mean, I know there were probably some special effects used to do some of the ice skating, but you could tell some of the stuff that she was doing. It. She was great. Like I love Margot Robbie because I love Harley Quinn. And I know her from back in Neighbours, mate. My little daughter met her at the Adelaide Royal show many years ago. It would have been in the 2004, 2005. And my daughter was 3 or 4 and loved her. And actually was at the Royal show, and she spent time with my little daughter, spoke to her, got a photo with her. All that kind of thing, and young Margot Robbie. And who knew that she would end up being such a massive...
a lot of them all came out of like Neighbours and
Home and Away and things like that.
Heath Ledger,
brilliant stuff.
So
check out I, Tonya when it comes out, mate. I don't think you'd be disappointed.
No, I'll check it out for sure. All right, this is some news. Obviously, we've covered previously before. Obviously, we're talking about the Disney.
The Fox. Disney purchase?
The Disney and
there's so much to talk about, though.
So much. I mean, it's different avenues and all
there's
that.
There's always so many stories.
There's always something. So, obviously, now they've taken on a bulk of the TV division as well.
Yes.
And now they've obviously got the rights for Alien and Predator.
Well, they've got the entire all the franchises, 20th Century Fox. But it is interesting.
I mean, crazy.
Do you think... Well, does the alien queen become a Disney princess now?
Well, that's right. Which they've never gone in that direction.
No. Look, if I would say anything, I think people are probably going to be a little bit concerned about.
It is concerning
that they are going to turn these horror franchises to kid-friendly things. And I would say, Rick, that's not actually probably what's going to happen, because if you've got to realise, Disney owned Miramax Studios for many, many years. They owned them. And Miramax never. I mean, they produced all Tarantino films before Harvey couldn't help himself. So all Tarantino's films and some of the mates. So they don't care. So I do think Disney will probably leave Fox Studios to make Fox Studio films.
Yeah. I don't think
you can't have it all happy fun time.
No, because it's not going to work.
No,
it won't work, and then they're going to lose a lot of audience out of it. So I don't think they'll touch, Alien or Predator or even Deadpool. It'd still be that R-rated, I think. So.
Well, I think I'd said in a story too. You mentioned Deadpool. I know we're going off a little bit off topic here, but I'd said to you, there's no way they are going to put the X-Men and Deadpool into the cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Well, F me, a few days later, they announced that they are going to be all together. So
Yeah.
Wow, I can't wait. See Deadpool with Ant-Man. I mean,
well, let's hopefully they don't, stuff all that up. So.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We'll see. Fantastic. Now, let's get into one of the... Well, is it a blockbuster franchise?
No.
Not anymore, and I'll tell you why.
No.
I'm talking Transformers, guys. Did you know the last night, right,
I haven't
made
seen it yet,
exactly half of the film previous to it? People are done with Michael Bay and Transformers.
Yeah, well...
They're done with it. They don't want to know about it. But there is another Transformers film coming out this year. This Bumblebee.
This good.
Now, look, normally I would go, I don't care. I don't want to know about this. You've ruined it for me. But there's been some really interesting developments about this project. Yeah. And one of them is the actual filmmaker, which is Travis Knight. Now, Travis Knight is actually he basically is a lead. He's an animator.
Yeah.
And he made a couple of really fantastic stop animation films. Kubo and the Two Strings, which is a beautiful film. And so the Box Trolls. Big smash hits. Everybody loves them. And all of a sudden, they've given him this franchise. Now, why I think it's worth talking about, because both those films, Kubo and the Two Strings and Box Trolls, just the actual the skill in the filmmaking, the scripts, and the way he did it, gives me a lot of hope that he knows what he's doing. So they've given him Bumblebee. Now you can see the picture down below. Yeah. Here's a picture that Empire magazine released of Bumblebee being the classic Volkswagen.
In the 80s classic.
Which is really, really great. That's given me a lot of faith again that they're going to kind of redo it. That's Haley Steinfeld, who's playing the lead character. She's a really good actress, actually. I've seen her in Edge of 17. She was brilliant in. So this doesn't come out until December of 2018.
Okay, so
but I'm really excited about some of this early buzz that's going around this. This film, this may actually save the Transformers franchise, which is hemorrhaging at the moment.
So it's looking like it's going to be set in that 80s.
It's set in the 1980s. It's going to be a standalone story.
Awesome.
There's not going to be any, drunken Merlin on a horse or a bloody dinosaurs running.
Yeah,
all the garbage that they had from the Transformers film.
How many more is Bay doing?
I think he's done.
Or is he done? Oh,
God help us if he's making any more. Yeah. Look, when your last film makes half, $500 million less than the previous one, it's time. It's done.
Go on, Bay, get over it.
It's done.
Let it go.
So there you go, eh? Let's look forward to Bumblebee.
Yeah, look forward to it. Alright guys, well, as we were talking about before, we were talking about things are coming to a close here in 2017, so we just want to talk about a lot of shows which have arrived, obviously on Netflix, and
some of the best of the year.
And these are in no particular order, these are just 10 of the best, I guess, TV series.
Is this your personal list?
No, this is just something that was out on the internet, so, you can obviously agree with the list, let us know, give us some feedback on what you guys think. Let's just quickly go through the list. Obviously, one of my personal favourites here, Marvel's The Punisher.
Yeah, look, great show. Phenomenal show.
I absolutely love the show, so I do recommend getting on it. A series of unfortunate events.
Never seen it.
Right? No, you haven't seen it? No. Really, really good.
Okay.
Now, this is really, really weird. BoJack and Horseman is a cartoon.
BoJack Horseman.
Yeah, have you ever seen it?
Yeah. I've seen the first two seasons.
Bit weird.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it. You gotta have one of
Will
those.
Arnett playing a horse who had his own TV show in the 80s. Now he's a burnt out actor.
Weird. So Glow, we covered Glow before in one of our shows.
Wonderful
the wrestling.
Show.
Yeah. I don't feel at home in the world anymore.
I don't even know what that is.
Never heard of it. Never seen it. No. I don't know. Now this one. Okja. You've seen this one?
Oh my God, this is really actually in my top 15 of the year as being just absolutely so different and so emotionally. You invest so much into it. The film, a wonderful film.
Yeah, definitely.
Check it out.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, she's funny.
I like that Tina Fey's show.
Yeah.
She's not in it, but she makes it.
No. Master of None.
Not seen it. I like the guy. I like him, but
Aziz, whatever his name is. Yeah,
Aziz Zinzi. I love him from Parks and Rec.
Yeah, not too bad. Mindhunter.
Incredible.
Mate, you can't get
incredible show. My wife absolutely loved that show. That was probably really up there.
And obviously one of the greats, Stranger Things, season 1 and 2.
Oh, well, season 2 is probably Stranger Things phenomenon.
Yeah, straight into it. So it's some shows, if you guys agree with us, Let us know if you don't. Yeah, let us know as well.
Yeah, that's interesting. We'd love to hear what you thought, what your favourite shows were this year on Netflix. Now, we're coming up to January. Now, January is known in Hollywood is dump month, where they put all the shitty films, right? You never really get any great films out there. And this film I'm about to talk about now, I don't think is going to live up to any fantastic hype, but I just love it. And there's a movie called Mum and Dad. Now, if you can see, it stars Nicolas Cage playing a parent, right? And it's got Selma Blair, so it's him and Selma Blair. They play parents, and basically the concept of the film is it's kind of like a 28 Days Later. For some reason, which they don't explain, incident happens, and all the parents around the world go maniac crazy and decide to kill their kids.
Oh God! Yeah.
So it's it's got a bit of it sounds really ridiculous premise, but if you haven't seen the trailer, and you've got to check it out. I'm going to throw a little bit of a clip in a minute. Nicolas Cage is balls out insane in this film. This is Nicolas Cage just going nuts. And everybody loves that. So just check out a little clip here of Mum and Dad coming out in a month.
Oh, yeah! You put your right foot in. You take your right foot out. You do the hokey and you...
I told you it's batshit. It's crazy. So, look, when there's been a lot of films out there next month that are not going to be great, this might be a fun little film to go and see on a Saturday night or something.
Yeah, I mean, Cage hasn't done anything for a long time, so...
Oh, mate, like, he's nowhere near what he used to be.
No, so...
He is a B-grade actor now, but...
Yeah,
And this looks like a B-grade film.
Oh, definitely,
But I reckon it might be a bit of a laugh, nonetheless.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Now, you talked about your best movies.
We talk about the best. Let's talk about the worst. There's always a worst list, and this is obviously offered Netflix as well. So, guys, give us some feedback and let us know what
these are the worst Netflix movies.
The worst Netflix that they were saying for 2017.
Okay.
No particular order. Now, I saw this the other night. Bright.
I haven't seen it yet. I tell you what, it's a massive hit for Netflix.
It's a massive hit for Netflix, but the ratings are like not good. I didn't think much of it. I just think I had some issues with it.
Is it the worst thing?
I just, for me, it was certain things in the movie which I didn't really like. It probably came good for me probably halfway through the movie. It just didn't get me. But I'll be interested to see your thoughts when,
I'll check it out.
Another one I did see was Death Note, and I was really, really excited to see this.
Yeah, you were.
And it was just crap. It just died out.
I wasn't invested in either way. I didn't really know much about the source material. Thought the plot was probably a little bit interesting, but
it just didn't do for me.
Yeah.
Gypsy.
I don't even know what that is.
No. The Babysitter, that's terrible. It's just absolutely terrible. War Machine.
Brad Pitt. I'd be interested in watching this. I haven't got around to watching it yet.
So, I haven't seen it either. iBoy.
I don't even know what that is.
Don't know what that is. Girl Boss.
Yeah, I'd seen that, yeah.
This is surprising, which is true. Marvel's Iron Fist.
Yeah. I mean, it's the worst Marvel character. It's the worst iteration of Marvel character they've done on the Netflix.
Disappointing. I've actually watched this next movie, and it was terrible. Stanley Wexler. It was
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler. Anything Adam Sandler's done on Netflix, or for the last 20 odd years, is shit. And this is just terrible. This movie. And another TV series, Full House. Just
Fuller House, you mean?
Yeah, Fuller House. Sorry, but obviously from Full House.
Yeah, but is that like beating up on the special needs kid? Because isn't Full House that show anyway?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so isn't Full House just repeating the same concept of what Full House was? Which was always not my thing anyway.
It wasn't my thing, but yeah.
That's really interesting.
That's on the net.
Well, let's hear what you thought your worst films you saw on Netflix this year. I don't know if I agree with a lot of that, actually,
it's out there, so check it out.
Check it out. All right. Now, obviously, that's basically the stories that we found interesting this week, and it was a bit of a slow news.
It was,
week, I would say, because it's that time between Christmas and New Year and that. But I want to take this opportunity, Rick. I think we both want to take this opportunity to thank everyone for their support in 2017. It's been a big year for us. I mean, certainly we started this show. Well, this idea of doing a show back in June June. So it's been 6 months, and in that time, we've
grown,
evolved
definitely.
from what we were. We were the weekly spread, and now we're the PCS report. We of those a plethora of other shows up there. I think we're about 92 shows that are on our channel.
It's crazy,
and a variety of stuff to watch. So, and certainly we're really enjoying doing this, and we certainly feel that, because of that idea back in June, even late May, of creating this show, I'm so proud of where we've come so far. Absolutely. If you'd ever look at our first show,
the very first show,
look at the video quality and the audio quality to what we are now, and what we're talking about, to the set changing and everything else, and we've really we're really excited about 2018 because this is only the beginning. We've been able to achieve this in 6 months, and we know that in 12 months' time, this is going to look probably different again. But we have no intentions of slowing down in any least at all. In fact, we want to expand this. We want to get it out there. So, and we really love, and I've been really thrilled about this over the last few months, is the community's engagement with us.
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
Love you guys talking to us.
A lot of things.
And we love the conversation, you know. I mean, I never shut up. So if you want to have a chat to me. I'm always willing to answer questions or whatever. And, obviously at the end of the show, you'll know how to contact us with all our social media links. So, look, from me personally, it's been a gift. I've absolutely loved every second of it. I can't wait for the weekends just to do this. Yeah, and that's how I am, And for you, Rick, what's it been like?
Oh, it's been amazing. Like you said, we've done it. It was just started off as an idea that we had. It was probably a lot of ideas that we had over the years. Really, kind of involved in that, and then we're just thinking, let's just do it.
Well, I had thought about doing a show, and then you had started your Facebook channel.
Yeah,
and it seemed like that was a great platform to take what you were doing on Facebook and informing the public about stories, and actually move that into the YouTube space, which has been
phenomenal. It's just been an experience. From, like Jason was saying, if you look at our first video to what the set used to look like to now, and how much we've grown over the 6 months, it's just incredible. And it's just been great. I love it. I love doing what I do, and I couldn't do it without Jace.
Yeah, same here. I can't do it without Rick.
We can't do it. It's just, so we just love what we do, and we really appreciate what everyone has given us, their feedback. And
it's crazy that people are enjoying what we're doing, you know? And I mean, we're probably on the older side of YouTubers, let's be honest, out there, but hey, we've seen a lot of shit, and we've talked a lot about stuff, so we can bring something different to the table that I think, is not always out there. And especially being a couple of Aussies too.
That's it, Aussies, that's it.
A little bit different in that kind of. We have a different perspective sometimes on things. So, look, I want to start doing shows at broadcasts, at events. We want to merchandise.
We are,
We are looking at expanding the set, getting a bigger desk. There are lots of really fantastic ideas that are bubbling that we're not ready to talk about yet as well. But you are going to see some massive improvements. So if you've been on the ride so far, hold on tight, because it's only going to get wilder from here.
Oh, for sure. All
right, Rick. Well,
2018.
That's it, over. Our next show next week will obviously be the start of 2018.
Yep.
So, there's lots kind of to talk about then as well. So, Rick, how do the community keep inputting in to us?
Guys, all you need to do is just give us a comment down below. We'd really, really appreciate your feedback. Give us a like for the video. Also, give us a like for the subscribe. And just follow us all on our social media sites.
Yeah.
It's as easy and simple as that, guys. All down below.
Fantastic, guys. Well, that's been it from the pop culture, the PCS report for the year. Yeah. And the pop culture spread channel, basically, for the year, I would say. And until next year, we'll see you soon.
See ya.